welcome to A Soul Awakening with Chantal. I'm so happy to have you with me for this new episode, which is called The Oracle. Just to let you know a little bit more about how I prepare these episodes. In fact, I do very little preparation. I decided that spontaneity would be the best thing. And so just before I do a recording, I'll ask Spirit to send me a word or a theme. And the other day, the word was the oracle, which I immediately looked up in the dictionary. And here is what I found. A priest or priestess acting as a medium through whom advice or prophecy was sought from the gods in classical antiquity. A place at which divine advice or prophecy, a response or message, was given by an oracle, especially an ambiguous one. I then looked at the synonyms: prophetess, seer, diviner, soothsayer, wise man, wise woman, sage, fortune teller. And when I look at especially an ambiguous one, I'm immediately brought back to the reading I love to do, history, fiction novels such as books by Alison Weir, Karen Maitland, Ariana Franklin, Hilary Mantel, Philippa Gregory. These books, these writers, and many others talk about these other times where people would seek out through healing or advice. A wise woman or a king would have a diviner that worked for him, and people would be very influenced by what the person would say. And sometimes the person would be manipulated to only give information that the king wanted, or was fearful for their life. Or perhaps the wise woman who gave very honest information was punished because it was considered to be witchcraft. So we've had many, many hundreds of years of everything to do with witchcraft, people who give information as a healer, as a psychic person, and there was a lot of fear involved in it. And I believe today, in our soul awakening of us here on earth, we're all being guided, all of us, whether we are guidance readers such as myself, such as you listening to this program. We all have this ability, and we're being asked to go within and to listen to where it resonates the best. The best medium for all of us is us. And you know deep within you what you really want, what you know to be true and right for you. And so when I receive someone for a guidance reading, messages from the universe, I will receive information psychically, but it will not be about future predictions. It will be about possibilities, and I will ask the person, does this resonate with you? If it doesn't, put it aside. If it does resonate with you, how does that make you feel? And very often the person will say, well, that confirms what I know deep within me. And we'll talk about the options and the possibilities after receiving a small channeling from for the person that I'll then communicate to them from spirit. We'll then look at the tarot, the oracle cards, and it will really be in terms of guidance and the possibilities. So how to know the information that you need from your own oracle? The best advice I can give you all is the advice I followed for myself, which was to start noticing the synchronicity all around me. So from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep at night, and even especially while you sleep at night, you're receiving information on all levels. So when you wake up, you may have a song that pops into your mind, the lyrics of which explains all the information you need to know for a certain problem. You may then take your car to work and you see an animal that crosses the road, or you come across someone who happens to talk about a job that's coming up, or it may be someone you haven't seen a long time that you've held a grudge against, and you feel a sort of pain in your heart. And this very may well be your guardian angel that's saying, nudging you, saying, come on, you need to deal with this issue. And then throughout the day, you'll be getting more information. It will seem just very strange how all of a sudden you're coming across on the internet words or a certain learning you've always wanted to do that pops up on the internet with the possibility to learn that or to go on a holiday. And then when you go to sleep at night, your logical mind is completely detached. So your soul is going to be very often traveling through other places, receiving information, connecting with loved ones, etc. So the best thing I suggest you do is go where your heart's telling you and look out for all the signs. Now, we all have these abilities, and some of them are more on a clairaudient level where you're hearing things. Otherwise, it may be more through clairvoyance where you're getting images, or clairsentience where you're feeling the information, you just know it. It's also on a physical level. Sometimes you'll feel it in your gut or in your bones. Or even it will be like, I know I've got to do this travel and go across the world. I don't know why, but I know I have to do it. And so you maybe go on this travel for 5 years, knowing it's not going to be easy, but that it's going to bring you something. And when you look back 5 years later, you'll say, oh, I've really learned a lot in those 5 years. There were some difficult times, but it's brought me to where I need to be now. So take a notice of all these things. And if you look back in your life and just note on a piece of paper certain major events, even so-called accidents, which, by the way, accidents are never just accidents. They're a sign from the universe, such as health issues, to point you to a knowing towards the right direction. So that's just a little bit to share with you about Oracle. Connect to your own Oracle. We're all connected to this, and we are much more attuned and aware than we realize, and we're receiving this information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you can have access to this even more easily through meditation, which helps you to connect to this inner knowing. You can do Tai Chi. There's all sorts of different things you can do. You can even buy a pack of tarot cards and start feeling, looking at the images, noting information that comes through, which might seem very strange. The moment you request to the universe something, the universe is saying yes, and it is waiting for your action. So I hope this gives you some pointers of where you can go and some confidence, and knowing that you have all the answers within you. Just start looking around you and listening and feeling and noting this information that's coming through to you for your life. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to contact me, you can find me on Google. My name is Chantal. I propose QHHT sessions, as well as guidance readings, messages from the universe. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.